What's up everyone, this is your next assembly language tutorial, and in this one I'm going to be completing my code to display hello on the screen using TASM. Now please forgive me if I'm a little slow in this one because it's 12 a.m. in the morning and I have no clue why I'm doing this right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Yeah. Alright, so as I mentioned in the last tutorial, when you're working with an IDE like TASM, you get the option of storing all of your data and variables in the data segment, which you see right here. The .data segment will store all of your variables and values that you would be needing in your program. So now, in our program to display hello, instead of going about the traditional way and displaying the message directly, what we would be doing here is storing the message inside a variable and then displaying the contents of that variable. So how exactly do you define a variable? First of all, the variable definition has to be inside the .data segment. Very important. Do not define your variables anywhere else. Define them inside .data. And how do you actually define those variables? The format is variable name followed by the type, and that is probably followed by the value, if any, or a default initialization of some sort. This is the default format of defining variables in assembly, and so let's just follow this format and define our variable. What am I gonna call my variable? Who's my favorite character? Alright, I know this. Let's call our variable Dexter. Now, this is a variable name. Type, again, really important. This is assembly, so you do not have int, char, and those types which you have in other high-level programming languages. The types which assembly defines are bits, bytes, words. So these are the types which are native to assembly. So in our case, what we're going to be doing is we want a series of bytes to store a message called hello world. So to do that, what we need is something called db, which means defined byte. And though the name is actually defined byte, this can be used to define a series of bytes or a byte array. You can notice that to define an array, you don't need to use those two square brackets with the variable name. So Dexter db, next comes the value. So I'm just going to put the value here. Perfect, right? So let me just make this a comment. Yeah. Next, let's start writing our code. So as I have mentioned earlier, what you need to display a string on the screen is the DOS print string function with a function code of O9H. So let's just start and assign that to our AH. Now you also know that whatever value would be printed has to be stored into DX, the data register, right? So now move actually takes in a register and a register as the parameter, or a register and a value as the parameter, but it does not take a register and a variable as the parameter. So if I ever try to do this and execute my code, alright, what just happened here? Oh, I did not save my code. I'm really sorry about this. I should have saved my code first. So if you save your code and then try to run it, if you see there's an error right here which says operand types do not match, and that error is on line number 12, where I'm trying to assign the value in dexter to my dx register. And the reason behind this error really is that, these parameters are just not accepted. I mean, they're not a part of the default move definition. So what we want to do is find a way out for this, right? So the way out I found while studying was, instead of writing the variable name directly, we use a keyword called offset. Now, when I say move dx offset dexter, what that means is offset will return the starting address of dexter, which is basically pointing to h. Hello world is starting with h, so the pointer will be at h, and offset dexter will return the address of that particular letter h, right? So now this actually becomes a register comma a value, if you get what I'm saying, right? So this is now not a register and a variable, this has become a register and a value, so this will be accepted. All right, so we have our hello world written on top here, and we also have our printing ka code written here. So let's just go ahead and try to run this. I think this is perfect, right? So we shouldn't encounter any errors, but I'm quite sure we will, since this is assembly. It always surprises us. By the way, in order to run your code, this is very important. What I'm doing, as you all can see, I have my MP folder on my desktop itself, and I'm writing the code inside that folder. So what I've done, and what you all can do as well, is you can run your codes from anywhere, but wherever your codes are located, in order to run them from that directory should have three important files, and those files are located in the bin directory of your TASM installation. So when you go to your My Computer, open up C. Let me just show you all here. So go to My Computer, you open up C. There should be a folder called TASM. Yeah, I have it right here. And you go to bin. So inside your bin, you'll have these three files: tasm.exe, tlink.exe, and rtm.exe. You gotta copy these three files and paste them inside whatever folder you're working in, and then just go to command prompt, go to that particular folder where you have your program written, and all you have to do is, first step, tasm filename.asm. This is to compile your file. When I click on this, your file is compiled, and as you all can see, there are no errors as such. Next, when you have your file compiled, you get what is called the object code, which is stored inside an object file. So the next step is we're going to link all the object files together to form an exe. So to link them, we have the tlink command, tlink hello.obj, because it's an object file, obviously. So yeah, hit enter, and you see something like this. Now this might take some time on your PC, depending upon its speed. Yeah, I've seen it go really bad in our lab, so just be patient and wait for it. This should work. And finally, what you write to run your program is the file name itself. So hello, right? You don't have to write .exe, because that is automatically it kind of senses that it's an exe, so you don't have to write that. And you click on enter. Oh my god, what just happened? So as you can see, I have my hello world right here, but there's a bunch of crap I never wanted. And if you look at my program, this looks right? I mean, there's no problem in it. No, seriously, there is no problem. I don't see any problems with it. So why did I get this bunch of crap here? Well, if you want to know that, watch my next tutorial, because I'm going to stop in this one. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any doubts, post your comments. I'm ready to I'm always here to answer all of your doubts. Any problems, you can just post a question and I'll answer it for you.